Hey everyone, I'm Nadine and I design and run Revolve Knits, which is a slow fashion knitwear brand. And today we're going to go over how to make a slip knot and chain your first set of stitches, the very first steps you need for almost any crochet project. We'll start by getting that first loop onto your hook with the slip knot. Then I'll walk you through how to yarn over and pull through to build a neat and even foundation chain you can use for future projects like hair ties, scarves, and so much more. So let's jump right in and start crocheting.
To demo the cast on and first chain, I'm just using a short length of yarn here. When you're working on an actual garment, you'll want to leave a longer tail so you have enough yarn to weave in later. There are lots of ways to make a slip knot, but this is the one I like best. I wrap the yarn twice around my finger, then lift the loop closest to me up and over the back loop. I repeat that same motion one more time with the new front loop. I'm slowing it down in the video so you can really see how the loops trade places. From here, we can start the chain. Hold your hook in your dominant hand and use your other hand to keep a light grip on the slip knot so it doesn't twist. Once your slip knot is on the hook and snug, not too tight, you're ready to start your chain. You'll see that there are two ends of the yarn, a terminal end, which I'm showing here, and an end connected to the yarn. We are going to chain with the end connected to the yarn. To make a chain stitch, bring the working yarn over the hook. That's called a yarn over. You'll see I twist the hook counterclockwise to create some tension. From there, I pull that yarn through the loop that's already on the hook. That gives you your first chain. Each time you yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, you're adding one more chain stitch to your foundation. Here's the process again. Grab the yarn with the hook and twist the hook a little to create some tension. Now, if your hook slips off, don't worry. Just put the hook back on the loop again. From there, continue and pull through the loop. You'll see that the chain looks pretty even, which is what you want. Now, if the loop is too tight and you can't pull through the hook, which will happen eventually, take off the yarn over, make the loop that you want to pull through a little looser, and try again. As you go, try to keep your movements small and your tension even, so all the little V shapes in your chain look roughly the same size. For practice, you can just make a short chain of 10 to 15 stitches. Later, your pattern will tell you exactly how many chains to start with. That wraps it up for the slip knot and chain. Let's go over the FAQs. FAQ 1. Why do you need the chain? You need the chain because it's the base or spine that you build all your other stitches on. It's usually the very first step of most crochet projects. What the chain does. It creates the starting edge of your project, kind of like the cast-on edge in knitting. Your first row of stitches, like single crochet or double crochet, is worked into those chains, so they decide how wide your piece will be. Patterns will tell you how many chains to make, and that number usually equals the width the designer wants for that row or round. FAQ 2. What about tension when you're making the chain? Tension just means how tight or loose you're holding your yarn as you make each chain. You want your chains snug around the hook, but not so tight that you have to force the hook through them, and not so loose that they look big and floppy. Aim for all the little V shapes in your chain to be about the same size, and let the yarn slide through your fingers instead of gripping it really hard. If you keep ending up with a stiff, curling edge, try making your chain a bit looser, or even using a hook 1 or 2 sizes bigger just for the chain. Then switch back to your regular hook for row 1. FAQ 3. What if I miscount my chains? Don't worry, this is totally normal when you're just starting. If you notice you've chained a few extra, you can usually just ignore them for practice pieces, or pull a few chains out from the end and try again. If you're short a couple of chains, it's also completely fine to rip the chain out and redo it. Think of it as extra practice for your hands. As you crochet more, counting and chaining the right number will get much easier. As you get more advanced, there are tips and tricks I'll show you later on that can help patch these errors. That wraps it up! In this video, I showed you how to do the slip knot and create a chain for your crochet project. If you've reached this far and enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You can follow me on Substack, Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube.